right, all right. Here we go. We live? We live, y'all? Are we rocking? Let me see. Testing, testing. Mic check, mic check. Let's see. A little bit of delay with the chat. I want to see if the chat reacts. Are we live? Y'all getting this? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. It says the stream is healthy. All right, cool. Portal player, what's up? Here we go. Are we kicking it through? Welcome, my friends, my family, my fellow gamers. Yo, Briar Rios, what's going on? Hey. All right. Another impromptu live. You know it. This was a long time coming. They thought I was going to keep quiet about this? Nah. Nah. No, sir. No, ma'am. No, sir. No, ma'am. We're going to talk about it. All right? We're going to talk about it. What's going on, chat? I hope you guys are enjoying your Saturday. Thanks for rocking out. Thought I'd go live, you know, all week. More conversations about the next round of Project Latitude hitting PlayStation 5. You know how it is. But we're going to have to go back, right? Because it's quick how everybody's trying to forget, right? Like a lot of people, like you're seeing Xbox podcasters, they're now talking as if they knew all of this happened the whole time. Are y'all seeing that? Now they understand. They understand the plot. Now they understand the assignment. Shout out to Donnell. What's going on? He said, did you see what I tagged you in on Twitter? No, I have not. Well, I swear to God, I better not be my Giants. Because I'm going to block you. All right. Let me see. Let me click on mentions. Donnell Brown. All right. You tag Mooch also? Oh, here we go. Daniel Jones is mid-season form. Oh, my God. Listen, bro. Man, listen. It's the preseason. I ain't trying to hear that shit right now. I'm not trying to hear your bullshit. All right? Especially for no goddamn Raiders fan. I ain't listening to no damn Raiders fan right now. All right? I ain't got time for that. It's mid-season. Listen. I ain't trying to hear that. I ain't trying to take no trash talk from a Raiders fan. Stop it. Yo. Listen, let the man make his mistakes. It is what it is. Listen, there's nothing we can do. It is what it is. They want to stick with him. Listen, you a Raiders fan, so you know, right? You know the pain. All right, we going through the struggle. I don't know what's going on. Hey, I knew once he got hurt. In my opinion, they should have got rid of him, cause the dude got injured twice. You don't get better with more injuries. Anyway, we not here for that, right? Listen, don't change the subject. Why you in here changing the subject? Right? Your Raiders is trash. So I don't even know why you're bringing up football. I would stop watching football if I was a Raiders fan. I would like watch hockey or some shit. Anyway, nah, you my bro. You my dude. But listen. We're gonna talk about what's going on here. Because we got dudes talking as if they knew what was going on to begin with. No. We're going to remind people what were their original thoughts in all of this. What were their original thoughts? That's what we're going to talk about. We're not gonna all of a sudden act like, hey, everybody figured it out. No, everybody did not figure it out. No, sir. No, ma'am. Before we move on, I want to say, first off, I appreciate everybody taking the time out of their day to watch this live. I understand you guys got things to do, whatever, but if I'm providing you guys with a little bit of entertainment, you know, maybe you're doing something that needs time passing and stuff, overall, I appreciate you guys are here. and I'm happy to do it. You know, happy to hang out with you guys for a little bit. If you don't mind, hit the like button. Share this live out right now. Get more people in. Because we're going to go back in time just a little bit. Just a tad smidgen. To remind people. People need a reminder. Just a small reminder, right? But right here, Smooth. Damn, Smooth went in. He tired. You know? This is the dude that said Xbox is the best box, and he is the best bot. That's Smooth. Smooth. You know, Smooth, yo, this generation hurt Smooth so bad. I remember the day he unfollowed me. I'm like, damn, Smooth, it's like that? He's like, I'm not going to block you, but I just can't take the stuff you're saying. I'm like, whoa, this is hurtful. This generation is bad for them. You know, we were on podcasts a couple of times and stuff like that. Whoa, this thing, he said, I'm done. The lines are drawn. We're no longer friends. I'm taking my toys and I'm going to my own sandbox. I'm like, yo, it's crazy. And the crazy part is he's still my favorite Xbox dude. Still my favorite. He was the most entertaining Xbox out of all of them. Next to Z, of course. I would say Z and him, the two top Xbox entertainers. My heart was broken. I'm like, we can't talk to each other no more? Oh, man. Shout out to J-Hart. He says, these Xbox need to just go get their DD214 facts, my brother. For those that don't know, those are your separations paper when you leave the military. Just grab your papers. The war's over, Rambo. Collect that DD214. Head out to the VA, get your disability checks. Make your claims. You know, shout out to J-Hart. You know, the war's over, Rambo. But look at my boy Smooth. He out here saying, and this is when you know it's crazy. This is when you know it's really over. This is the best bot. This is the dude that's out there singing songs like Game Pass, or Halo, Gears, and Forza. Halo, Gears, and Forza. Yo, come on, you know them tunes are rocking. Them tunes are rocking. And here he is now. Xbox is PlayStation's beer. And the Xbox fan base will suffer because Xbox doesn't have a competitive soul in this organization. Console wars were definitely real, and it had a clear beneficiary. The winner, PlayStation. Time, 5:11 p.m. Date, August 14, 2024. Record that date and time, because that's the day Xbox died. Time of death, 5/14, August 14, 2024. That's pretty much KidSmoove. He's the Surgeon General. He just stamped the time of death of Xbox. Yo, bro. Yo, this shit is wild. This is absolutely wild. But here we go. Let's do this real quick. Y'all remember last year when I made that video with Tim Stewart, the CFO of Xbox, right? I was one of the first to break out Tim Stewart and what he said, like in a Wells Fargo meeting. And then that shit just went through the internet like wildfire, right? Let's look at the reactions. Let's shout out to Oliver Darko. Let's look at the reactions, the initial reactions of the news, of what Tim Stewart said at a Wells Fargo summit. This was their interpretation. This was their actual, this is what actual they believed. Let's remind ourselves. We're going to go back. We're going to remind ourselves.
Xbox games on PlayStation, it's the death knell. What happened?
So they took a portion of this article, as they usually do, right? They cherry pick a little portion that says that the CFO said that they were looking to expand some of their games on, PlayStation and even Nintendo. But if you look at the whole conversation and content,
Fonz, I love you. But All right, you know what? We're gonna let him.
Text is everything, people. And I put a tweet about this because it's like it was obvious that he was talking about the ABK deal, and he was talking about games like COD, but people are going to run with it. Oh no, he said that he wants to put games on PlayStation. They're going third party, and they all ran out to the streets and celebrated. They were happy about getting Xbox games on their platform, and that's what's hilarious, right? And you try to talk to him, you try to tell him, calm him down. Hey, this is not what he was talking about. It's about read the rest of it. Context, people. Come on, reading comprehension.
No, you're asking too much in this
community. You're big time.
Remember, he said reading comprehension is like in this community. All right? Because we're going to go back to my video. I got my video up of what I gave in November explaining in detail what Tim Stewart said.
What's
man.
that?
Oh my gosh, way too much.
I just put I'm just capturing all the receipts of all these Xbox that is.
Where them receipts are now, guys? Are they? Do you still have them? You got them receipts? Guys, I'm the receipt king. Leave that shit alone. All right? You in high school, I'm in the NFL. I got receipts. You don't got receipts. Guys, I love you, brother. I'm the receipts guy. No, there's none better than me. You don't got receipts. I got receipts. The receipt king. The standard of receipts belongs to me, okay? If you got receipts, I recommend you put them through your DMs for processing and certification. I will accept or deny the applications, all right? It's got to go through me. We gatekeeping receipts now. Because shout out to Gazzo. Oh, shit.
It's going third party shit. I'm just capturing all of them. And I didn't even realize that a couple of hours later, this article would come out and it would completely them in the ass.
In the ass. Oh, buddy. You got effed. No lube. Because Phil don't believe in KY. My man came out like the booty bandit. Phil went out to all of y'all and said, we can do this the easy way or the hard way. Y'all chose the hard way. You guys thought I forgot? Ooh, y'all just met Chocolate Thunder, and he doing double life. Oh my God, this is better than receiving flowers. Don't even hand me flowers. This is so much better. He thought he had receipts. Oh my God.
So it's quite funny, but it does show there's a communication problem at Microsoft generally.
No, not at Microsoft. There's a communication problem with y'all. Y'all English skills. I'm gonna show my video again. We're gonna relook at the video I did last year, and we're gonna see who actually had the communication skills. We're gonna see who misinterpreted. We're gonna see who actually didn't understand context.
Get Tim or whoever out there. They need to be thinking of the. You got to be careful with the way
the communication problem. It's a listening problem.
I absolutely agree. But the question is, who was the one not listening?
It's a comprehension problem.
Yep, I agree. Comprehension problem. You hit it right in the nail. The problem is you were directing it at the wrong. Fines, I love you, but you've directed it. You need to direct that yourself, right? The problem is you didn't want to hear. Listen, it's a simple thing. When a man shows you who he is, believe him. You guys didn't want to believe Xbox was doing this. Y'all didn't want to believe, but watch. We're gonna go back.
Like
it's a stupid problem, is what it is.
It's a lot of people out there not understanding what they're listening to.
Not out there in the Xbox community. That's where the problem lies. It's within the Xbox community. Y'all didn't want to believe Phil. Y'all didn't want to believe Satya.
I mean, they're sitting there listening, blah, 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 blah. PlayStation, third party. And they...
Oh, yeah, blah, blah, blah. We're listening to blah, blah, blah. We're about to find out if we were listening to blah, blah, blah. I'm going to show you my video that I did covering Tim Stewart. And we'll see if it's just blah, blah, blah. We're going to look back. Because now that we got hindsight, now that we know the truth, when we look back, now people be like, oh, shit, now we understand Puerto Rock. It's as if I made the damn video in Spanish or something. Crazy.
Ran with it. Like, it was just dumb. It was really ignorant.
Eventually.
To be honest, I will just come out and say, because I don't have a problem.
Oh, you're going to stop that, right? Okay, so we got that there. Now, this one is his reflection, but we're not going to go there. We're going to go to, see, this is the video I'm showing you, but not yet, though. This right here, we're going to listen to Paris.
So if they're looking at it at this late stage of that game's life to say, you know what? Maybe we should expand it and put it on more platforms. Maybe we do bring it to the Switch. Maybe we do bring it to...
Okay, so this is when... No, so this one is when he caved in finally. So let's look at this whole blah, blah, blah PlayStation. Oh, context, misunderstanding, lack of reading comprehension. This is my video that I did for y'all. Did pretty good. 5,000 views, right? Did really good. 5,000 views for, I think I didn't even have 9,000 subscribers at the time. So I know at least many of you got the assignment. Let's listen. Let's listen now.
Operating leverage and margin expansion, definitely a piece of that puzzle. We think about acquisition amortization separately, so you can work that in your models. But at the highest level, you go from what was a lower margin third-party entity that we sold on our store to a high-margin first-party business. So that's kind of when you think about the Xbox component of Call of Duty, Call of Duty, you go from, again, that low-margin business to a high-margin business. Then what you do is you also expand and say, we're now driving high-margin sales on PlayStation.
So far, you're hearing him expand. So he's not talking about the past. This is where the whole thing of, he's only talking about Call of Duty Minecraft. That's the past. He's talking about expansion, doing more. Attention to the dude.
On Nintendo, World of Warcraft has subscription. High margin businesses. So you're bringing in high margin business into a traditionally more lower margin business when you think about the Xbox console and hardware. And that's really, maybe lastly, is where we're...
Did you hear how he described the Xbox console? Lower margin business. It's trying to bring higher margin business in the world where they're dealing with lower margin business. And Xbox console is lower margin business. His words.
Going in this business is that expansion of operating leverage. Where we think about placing our bets, first party, subscriptions, advertising, those are all high margin businesses that we want to expand into. And what you'll hear from us more and more is a bit of a change of strategy. And again, not announcing anything broadly here, but our mission is to bring our first party experiences, our subscription services, to every screen that can take that can play a game. That means smart TVs. That means mobile devices. That means what we would have thought as competitors in the past, like PlayStation and Nintendo.
You heard him. What we would have considered as competitors in the past, like PlayStation and Nintendo, is expanding to. So what's the problem? Did he say we're expanding ABK? I know I got it right the first time. He said it. Expanding first party. He didn't say expanding ABK. I don't know how. So what context did we miss? What context did I get wrong? See, now it makes sense. That's the problem within the Xbox community. I explained this 100 times, 1,000 times. These dudes will not warn you, right? Like I use this example all the time. I'm the dude that will, in your house, and I see your kitchen, I'm the one that would tell you, hey, you got too much oil on your frying pan, and the heat's too high. Because I see that combination can cause a fire. These Xbox guys, these are the guys that will tell you, oh, did you call the fire department? When the goddamn building is already in flames. That's them. They will talk about it after the fact. They can't see that something is going to be bad. They're bugging out. Who really didn't understand context here? What? It was, the crazy part is I showed the whole video. Half these dudes didn't even see this. Majority of the Xbox content creators did not spend the time to listen to this whole thing. That was what's crazy. What they're doing is they're clipping quotes and they're saying, oh, this whole quote explains everything. That shit is insane. Absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. So then what happens? A few months later, Microsoft announced 4 games, right? Sea of Thieves, Pentiment, and whatever other trash, right? So now they went from, they only talk about ABK, to now they readjusted the strategy now. This is what's crazy. You would think that they would, once they came out and said, hey, no, it's only ABK, you're wrong, Puerto Rock, you're wrong, Ponies, you're wrong, Fanboys, right? And then Microsoft already announced games like Sea of Thieves. You think they would have gave up? They would have been like, you know what? We were wrong. Forget it. Whatever happens, happens. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Now they re-strategize. They move the goalposts. They change their tunes. Now they know the real strategy. They know the real strategy now. Let's listen to the real strategy. See, Paris got it all figured out.
So if they're looking at it at this late stage of that game's life to say, you know what? Maybe we should expand it and put it on more platforms. Maybe we do bring it to the Switch. Maybe we do bring it to PlayStation, right? It's not the craziest thing in the world to say that a Microsoft game is on a PlayStation platform because Minecraft lives there and the various iterations of Minecraft already live there, same as Nintendo. So here's a multiplayer game where you want to get as many people as you possibly.
The crazy part is, Paris, oh my God, this dude be hosting shows. He be hosting shows. He hosts events. Paris. Minecraft was already on PlayStation before Microsoft Portal. It's like, oh, it's not weird that Microsoft games on there. We do have Minecraft. It was already there. Microsoft acquired an IP that was already on the platform. They acquired an IP that was already 50 million sold across all devices. Oh, you host shows, bro. What are we doing here? This guy hosts whole ass events.
Can playing that game, you bring it to that platform. Again, it's not like it's coming day and date. This is the first time it's ever come out. They're not taking anything away from the current Xbox community in that aspect. If anything, they're giving you more people to interact with within the Sea of Thieves community. So again, I do not see this as a bad thing. Now, let's look at the big picture of all of this. Is Xbox going third party? No, they're not going third party.
Again, we don't want to listen to Tim Stewart. We don't want to listen to Tim Stewart, apparently. Like, bro, I'm going to tell you, I ain't going to lie. Communication has been terrible across people. They don't want to listen to people that's talking to them. The crazy part is, at the end of the year, Satya had, his shareholders meeting, and they asked him what's the future of Xbox, and he told them it's going to be games on Xbox and consoles. That's the future of Xbox. And these guys are still saying no. Like, literally, Satya and Tim Stewart would have to, put a gun on people's heads. And these guys will probably still risk saying no. Like, yo, this is crazy.
Now, if there comes a day where Phil Spencer or Sarah Bond or Matt Booty come out and go, we've made the decision that we're bringing Gears of War, Halo, Forza, I don't know, Avowed, Starfield. In other words, if all of their core major AAA exclusive IPs all of a sudden start showing up on the...
Like Doom? Like Doom. Wait. Doom's not a major AAA IP anymore, right? That's what they're gonna say. They're gonna say Doom is not a major AAA IP. No. Oh, I know what they're gonna say. Oh, but Doom was always on PlayStation. Well, so was Elder Scrolls. So.
Nintendo and PlayStation platforms. Go ahead, get your pitchforks out. I understand the outrage, because at that point, why is Xbox even making hardware? Just be a third-party company. But that's not what they're doing. They're taking, and again, they've...
Oh, they know. Paris knew what they're doing. Paris knew. Everybody knew. But if you knew, how come you, at first, it was all about ABK? It's only ABK. Now you switched it up. But now you got the whole plan. You see what I'm talking about here? Wow. Me... Thrash, shout out to Thrash, Craig Harris, and many other people. We're saying the same thing over and over. Xbox making game for PlayStation. And I already told y'all how this is going to plan out because, just like anything else, it's about resource. They don't have 10 billion, developers. And some of the studios can't do D&D. They don't have the personnel power. As they're able to develop games, some games they could do day-and-date like Doom. Some games you're gonna have to wait a year. Maybe it's strategic, you wait a year, 2 years, whatever. It is what it is. But there is no strategy where Microsoft will put a whole bunch of games except for 3 franchises. Halo, Gears, and Forza. Oh yeah, that's where we draw the line. That's just stupid. Especially when you think about it, 2 out of the 3, Halo and Forza, they're not that big anymore. They're not the S tier titles no more. Them shits got downgraded. They're not.
Said this in the past, case by case basis with certain titles, things that make sense to show up on another platform, they're putting them on another platform because they're just exposing them to more people. A Fallout 76, an Elder Scrolls Online, now it may potentially a Sea of Thieves. Things like that make sense to, you want to put it in many places as you possibly can. I highly doubt you're going to see
Doom is not. Well, here's the funny part. So you're saying, this is what's crazy, right? Because this is not him thinking logically. Because Sea of Thieves, Elder Scrolls Online, Fallout 76 are like live service games. Well, so is Halo Infinite. Halo Infinite is not the traditional Halo 1, 2, and 3. It changed to a live service. So wouldn't that be more in line with Sea of Thieves and stuff like that than the traditional Halo? Shout out to Stuart Stokes. Paris needs to be in the next Olympics. Go winning mental gymnastics right there. It'll be like the Australian breakdancing. It'll be ridiculous. It would be asinine. It would be absolutely asinine. Like, what are we talking about here? Hit the like button. Because this is just too funny here. Yo, reminiscent now looking back, these guys didn't even spend not even 10 minutes alone just thinking this through. They just went on the podcast and said, as soon as this mic turns on, I'm capping. That they didn't even bother to be like, all right, settle down. Let me research. Let me think this through. Nope. Mic turns on, cap. That's it. Just cap. Just say any shit. Shit don't even now that because this is not a new thing. This is like when they announced Sea of Thieves. But now that I'm listening to it months after with more, this shit don't even make sense. All that shit is garbage. None of that shit made like, what the fuck is you talking about, Paris? Now that I'm listening to it again, doesn't make sense at all. Yo, this shit's wild. Now that I'm listening to it again, I'm like, yo, this dude is nuts.
See the Elder Scrolls 6 on a PlayStation. I highly doubt you're going to see the sequel to Starfield.
Wait, so hold up. So you won't see Elder Scrolls 6, which has always been on PlayStation. And it's not even a live service game. It's a single-player game. But Sea of Thieves makes sense, I guess because it's gas, just like 76. But Halo is gas. So wouldn't that make sense? Like, none of this shit makes sense with this dude. This shit's crazy. And now, months later, we know Doom's coming day and date. So why not Elder Scrolls 6? Yo, this is wild.
Field on a PlayStation, Gears of War 6, whatever the next Halo is going to be, Forza 9, Forza Horizon 6, you're not going to see these things leave the Xbox ecosystem. They're just simply not. That's not what their business model is. their business model is.
Tim Stewart explained the business model. I don't know why these guys don't listen to the CFOs and the CEOs talking to the shareholders. It's not hard. Someone send the link to Paris of my Tim Stewart so he could.
Now with Activision,
it's just crazy. But it doesn't stop there. Let's go back to Crossfire. Shout out to my boy DeeBatch. Because this was when it was announced Sea of Thieves is coming. Listen to the foolery of this podcast. Shout out to Mooch. If you didn't see this, go back and check it out. It's especially now when you watch it and listen now, it's so beautiful because that's when you know, man, you really don't know what the hell you were talking about. It's just beautiful. Now, in hindsight, you could just be like, you have no idea what the fuck you talking about.
You are giving yourself an out later. So I think from here on out, we can just assume that all of these games are eventually coming to PlayStation, Nintendo. Whether it's listen, can you tell me it's not?
Yes, I can.
Phil, based on what Phil said.
Definitely, he said all of them are not coming. I can't rule out which ones are coming, but for sure all of them are not coming. Come on. There's common sense tells you that much.
It's common sense.
He said the same thing with PC in 2016.
Yeah,
exactly. Listen, people gotta stop, man. I can't take it no more. Listen.
Yeah. Okay. You know what? When all of the hold on, right here. The day that all of their exclusives come, I'll give you $100 in cash.
You heard him. He thinks I forgot. That dude he's gonna owe me $100. Boy, when he sees Forza on PlayStation, that's $100. I don't know why D does this, bro. Like, yo, he must not like money. He must not like money. Y'all remember the bet I had with him when he thought Xbox One X was gonna be the #1 selling console MPD? I like, this dude don't like money, bro. I don't know, man. I don't know. He just likes giving shit away. This shit's crazy. Yo, this is wild.
No. We're not doing that again.
You're just gonna give me Game Pass code.
It's you to give him this money.
Let me say my piece.
That's like a wet pony dream.
Let me say my piece. I don't understand the confusion because literally Tim Stewart already said this last year, but everybody ignored it and tried to change his words and say, "Oh no, he's only talking about ABK." Satya, in front of his own shareholders in the annual meeting, he said we now have the ability to make games for Xbox and consoles. People ignored that, saying, oh, no, he's talking about ABK. Even though the question specifically asked was about the future of Xbox, not the future of ABK, the future of Xbox, and he answered it. It's an easy thing. Listen, they're done. Microsoft is done with the whole console war. They're still going to make consoles, right? They're still going to make consoles. These are the first 4. And we talked about it, Mooch, on our podcast. I talked about it on Blade's podcast. The only thing stopping more games coming, the only decision factor is resource management. That is it.
Absolutely.
These first 4 are coming because 2 of them are easy to port and you can put them on the Switch. The other 2, you can put them on the Switch. I get what you're saying about the whole 30-party, and it makes sense, but that doesn't apply to Rare. Rare was acquired back in 2002. They were one of the original developers for the OG Xbox, and they have never made a PlayStation game ever. So you can't use that logic on them because they never relied on PlayStation.
But that game makes sense. That game.
Okay.
This is what's crazy. But that game makes sense. So how does yo? That's not how you bring up a strategy for money. Oh no, you're not gonna bring first party. It's only third party or games that were third party. Okay, what about C3? Oh, that's the exception. That makes sense. Why? Because, games as a service relies on a lot of people. So isn't Halo games as a service? Doesn't that rely on a lot of people? Like, yo, this is crazy. You see what they're doing? Yo, and the funny part is they're holding like individual strategies that Tim Stewart and Satya didn't even say. They're saying more things about Xbox strategy when Xbox is not even going into that method. This shit's crazy. It's just crazy what they were.
But look what you're doing. Now it's, this game makes sense. Like that's not a listen. And I said this to Mooch. I asked you.
Sea of Thieves is not tied up with Xbox identity like Halo, like Gears, like Forza, like Fable. No way.
But let me ask you this. What business strategy can you convince shareholders, investors to say, hey, this is our strategy? We're going to put certain games on PlayStation and Nintendo, but we're not going to put other games. And they're going to ask why. Because they're tentpole franchises? What does that mean to a shareholder? They're going to ask, talk to me on money. What does that mean?
Because they need to still sell hardware, right? So we know that there's going to...
They need to sell hardware. That's what you're going to tell the shareholders. My man said, because you still need to sell hardware. Shareholders will be like, oh, you mean the negative 40%, negative 30%, negative 47%. Those hardware. That's the hardware you're talking about, D? All these negative in hardware. Hardware is the worst part of Xbox, but we got to strategize on literally the worst part of Xbox gaming. The absolute worst part. We're going to strategize around that. These Xbox dudes, bro. Yo, shout out to Stuart Stokes. DeeBatch prepping those Redfall codes for the bet. I know he tried to pull that thing, bro. Try to give me Assassin's Creed Unity codes. Oh, man. They need to strategize around literally the worst portion of their gaming sector business. Oh, man. Yo, listening to this in hindsight now is funny, bro. All these dudes... Yo, they were just rattling cap, spitballing cap as best they could.
Telling it now.
We know this. Okay, hold on. We know that there's going to be another console coming. So that there alone should tell you, just common logic, that there's going to still be some exclusives. Because if you don't have any exclusives, you're not going to sell any consoles, period, right? So common sense should say that. Okay. Number two, a reason how they can get over this hump is if you make a system that is substantially more powerful, has better features, better looking graphics.
Does that already?
Hold on a second. Better.
This guy won't let go of the fucking world's most powerful console, bro. He will live and die on that shit no matter times. Yo, this is the type of dude that says, yo, I'm gonna learn Tai Chi to fight. And his friends is like, bro, Tai Chi, nah, go get some MMA training. Learn some, jiu-jitsu, boxing, a little bit of kickboxing. That's prep yourself. Nah, I'm gonna do Tai Chi. He learns Tai Chi, gets his ass kicked, comes back. And we be like, yo, we told you. He goes, no. I simply didn't train hard enough. So I'm gonna do 2-a-days with Tai Chi. This motherfucker thinks this is a movie and shit. Like, bro, you got your ass whooped. What? What? Yo, he lost a whole ass bet. Like, I literally won a bet and took his money and tried to teach him on the power narrative. And the motherfuckers, he did it again. If they make a console that's the most powerful ever, like, you're doing it again, bro. You're not whooping anybody's ass with Tai Chi. That shit's only in the movies. Get your ass in a boxing gym and learn some real shit. Get some jiu-jitsu and choke a motherfucker out. Stop with the Tai Chi. Enough with the Tai Chi, bro. He still wants to beat up people with Tai Chi. Oh my God, this dude is nuts. How you lose a whole ass bet and still try to use the same thing? This dude is bugging.
By a substantial amount, gamers are fickle. They will go to it. Now, with the Xbox Series X, they touted, mesh shaders. We found out recently, I did a video, Xbox guys got mad at me, that the PlayStation is able to do mesh shaders. When you look at the PlayStation and the Xbox Series X, when you do all the comparisons, they're pretty much neck and neck. Some games Xbox has
But it only took this dude 4 years to realize that Xbox was not that crazy. You saw him in 2020 though, right? Shout out to D, bro. My boy was wilding out. Shout out to J Hart. My man gonna do Monday. He's doing morning and evening Tai Chi sessions. That's what it was. Clearly, it wasn't the fact that, Tai Chi ain't meant to actually fight. No, it's he didn't train hard enough in Tai Chi. So he's gonna do 2-a-days. And he's gonna go back out there and whoop some ass. Yo,
a better frame rate. Some games, the PlayStation has a better frame rate. Some games, Xbox has higher resolution in that game, but the PlayStation 5 has better frame rates, or it's not stuttering or something. They're pretty much neck and neck. But if you have a system that there is a distinctive difference over the other system, gamers are fickle. They will go to it. So if Microsoft wants to push their Game Pass, if they want to push their games, they have to literally have the best hardware by a mile. And this generation should be a lesson to them, because they touted it being substantially better than the PlayStation 5, and in practice, they're pretty much neck and neck.
They need hold
up. Yeah. Hold on. Because this is where I said the business strategy don't make sense.
Let me just say this 1 second. And
oh my God, bro!
I just gotta say this. Jesus. Just common sense tells you that not all of their games are coming. You're talking with a fanboy hat on right now.
Cool. So let's talk common sense. Common sense. Speak to me in business. How it makes sense to say we're gonna sell consoles by removing exclusives. If you couldn't sell consoles with all exclusives, you're gonna do it with some.
Listen, they are selling consoles. They are selling tons of consoles. They're just not selling at the rate that Sony is selling. Are you kidding me? How many Xbox Series X's are out there? How many?
23 million?
You think there's 23 million Xboxes out there? There's more than that.
No, there's only 23. Think about what you just said. Common sense.
How you Gen Z? We got any Gen Z people in here? Not to insult you. I'm not here trying to insult you. What's the new word? Delulu? For delusional? That's what they use now? Delulu? You are bugging. This dude is bugging, bro. Oh my God. This shit, listening to it now is even worse than when I was listening to it live on the podcast. Now I'm listening I'm like, holy shit. This shit's crazy. Revisiting this, like, what the hell? Like, this is crazy. This is wild. I'm listening to it now. It's even worse. Talk about something that aged so badly.
You're telling me, D, think about what you said. You said common sense. You're telling me the common sense approach is we're going to worry about selling consoles with less exclusives. We couldn't do it with all. Think about it. If you're putting exclusives to PlayStation, you're taking away exclusives. That's how you sell consoles.
These games these games that are on trial that are going over to PlayStation, these are not big games. They're not big games.
We don't know.
They're not big games.
They refuse to go to.
So until a big game comes over there, that's an exclusive. We can't have that conversation.
We got Doom. So I guess conversation's over, right? Because that's a big exclusive. That would have been a big exclusive, right? Or no? No?
Yes, we can, because the decision's done. It's already done.
So then where's the game? Where's the AAA first-party game?
Bro, you can't do it all over in one night.
But where?
You can't do it.
And until that game comes, we can't have this conversation. It's all speculation.
All right, so listen, think about what you're saying. It's not speculation.
It is speculation because no AAA exclusive has been released on another platform.
The CEO and Satya
speculating that Gears and Forza will come.
There is no speculation. The bosses already told you. No, you guys are just holding on to this weird thing.
I have common sense. I have common sense to know that some games are not going to be exclusive. To sit there and have think all of their games are going to go is come on.
Hold on. Do you think Starfield will eventually go?
I think Starfield might. I think Starfield might. Yes, I think it might.
Listen, you are doing something that not even Phil is doing. Even he won't commit.
You can say whatever you want.
It's true.
Listen, I can't do the fanboy hat talk. I just can't do it. Sorry.
What? Fanboy hat, bro. Satya said it. Tim Stewart said it. Phil won't commit.
We had
This is ridiculous.
We had Phil Spencer today.
Absolutely ridiculous.
We had Phil Spencer today announcing 4 small titles.
Okay, and what you want?
Trying to do like a victory lap, like Gears of War or Forza or Halo was announced for the PlayStation. Like, come on, what are we doing here?
So hold on. So your logic is lack of announcement means no announcement. This is ridiculous.
You can think what you want. I think differently, and we're just gonna have to agree to disagree, brother.
And you're gonna take the L for no reason.
Yep. Well, D took an L for no reason at all. He took an L. All you Xbox dudes took an L for no reason. Like, I don't understand why you guys went. Here's the funny part. It isn't like all I did was listen to Xbox execs and what they said. That's it. That's the only thing we did. Xbox says this. Oh, we heard you. Got it. Yo, this is wild.
Whatever you say.
Absolutely no reason.
Whatever you say.
Brap, I want to get Brap and BG in here. Yeah, I just want to say that we've had.
No. This. Yo. Okay. So now, another round of games coming. They finally accepted. They finally realized you cannot whoop people's ass with Tai Chi. Tai Chi, that's not it. Boxing, kickboxing, a little bit of mixed martial arts, jiu-jitsu, Brazilian jiu-jitsu, choker dude, Tai Chi ain't cutting it. Don't do Aikido. You're not Steven Seagal. All right? That shit don't work. Okay? They're watching too many Karate Kid movies. This isn't Cobra Kai. All right? Oh. Yo, hit the like button, bro. Oh, I'm enjoying this shit. Oh, man, I'm loving it. Because the beautiful part is, they changed their tune so fast. Right? But wait, you're going to see. They got to add caveats. This Xbox community is the most caveat including community I've ever seen, because they just can't leave it alone. They can't just take everything at face value. They gotta add more spice to a dish that's already served. You'll see what I'm talking about. But now, shout out to Fonz, Mr. Context, right? We all got it wrong. Let's see what's going on here.
I just said this at Booms right like a few hours ago. I look at this differently now. Like, essentially, they're going to put their games everywhere. You can just accept that. Mm-hmm. And what that does mean is they're going to expand. So the differentiator is they want to make more money. And if it's not going to be a platform play, it's going to be a games play, right? Yeah. So they're going to go get more games. And when you're that big a company, they're always looking for how to make more. So they're going to go find the next big game that they can buy. There's only a handful, right? The big handful of games. There's EA, there's Take-Two, there's Epic. Those are going to be targets.
I don't want them to buy any.
See? Did I not tell you? Oh, so now it's, okay, yeah, they're doing this, but they're going to buy more publishers. They're going to get EA, they're going to get Take-Two, Ubisoft, all of it. Now, that's the seasoning I was talking about. Yo, now it's more seasoning. So now it's about they're just going to buy everything. Everything's going to go through them. Yo, I just can't with these cats, bro.
Anything right now. I want them to just work on games that they have with the studios they have now. That's it. Like,
I think they're going to.
You think they're going to keep expanding their?
What business says I want to stop expanding?
All right, Argit, understand this. You can't keep perpetually expanding. At a certain point, with what you got, it's got to be profitable. It's got to be profitable. Not just revenue generating, but profit generating. Right? If you are overall not making profit, you have to work with what you got. You can't keep adding more. Because you're just making the problem, you're just compounding. Then pretty much what you're doing is Embracer Group. They just kept buying studios after studios after studios until they became this huge, large conglomerate. But they never stopped and said, hey, let's grow, but first we got to be profitable with what we have. They just went on an acquisition spree. And you saw what ended up happening. They had to sell off and got rid of stuff. This shit's crazy.
A business that's not successful with what they have currently.
How are they not successful?
They haven't.
How are they not successful? Oh, these guys are just ignoring shit now. Now they're just ignoring shit. They're just ignoring everything. Now they're just ignoring things. How are they not successful? They're just ignoring shit.
Successfully put out big games consistently yet. I want the
their games sell more than PlayStation games.
I'm talking about
their games sell more than PlayStation games. You know what? He's talking about Call of Duty. Because she sure as hell's not talking about Halo Infinite. He's definitely not talking about Hellblade. He's not talking about, what the hell, Starfield. He's not talking about, what the hell, Forza. None of those games sell more than PlayStation games. None. They sell more than PlayStation games. Oh, shit. These dudes are... That's just a whole new level of craziness, bro. Whole new level of crazy.
Make more than PlayStation games.
Yeah, but I'm talking...
They have bigger titles.
Games. You asked me what games. I'm talking about Fable, Indiana Jones. Those things are big
Those
games
are
for
along.
them. But they haven't produced it yet, and we haven't.
Came out. We're going to ignore that Psychonauts came out. We're going to ignore that.
Psychonauts is a big game, and the Psychonauts sell more than PlayStation games. Oh,
Halo came out. That Starfield came out. We're going to ignore that Forza Motorsport came out. We're going to ignore that. I can keep going.
We need.
Yeah. Say Redfall. Come on, Hargreet. Say Redfall. We're going to ignore Redfall came more. Yeah, we definitely going to ignore that one. Yo, shout out to Venom. Talk about defensive. Yeah, he got defensive. And he's used this Psychonauts. Are you nuts?
Consistency. Yeah, but we need consistency with them.
They have more consistency than PlayStation. I'm sorry, but that's just a fact.
Yeah, what you're playing this year?
People just keep overlooking it. PlayStation had 2 years this generation where they had shit. 2021, they had shit.
2021 had shit? Didn't Return on Ratchet Clank came out that year? So hold up. You count Psychonauts, but we can't count Ratchet and Clank? Returnal? But we talking Psychonauts? You want to push Psychonauts? Psycho nuts. I ain't calling nuts. Because you got to be nuts to mention that. But 2021, PlayStation had nothing when they literally had Ratchet and Clank. Rift Apart. Returnal.
2024,
but they had games.
Shit.
They did have games.
2024 have shit. Helldivers. Which is probably bigger than any gas game Microsoft released. Definitely bigger than Halo gas multiplayer.
No, they were remakes. They had remakes.
I'm not counting remakes. Fuck remakes.
But they were successful.
I don't care about remakes.
So we don't. He said, I don't care about remakes. No one cares what you care. It's what people went out and bought. And believe it or not, The Last of Us. That's what's crazy. Last of Us Part 1 remake. That actually sold better than most Xbox games. Because you did mention, Hargreave, it sells better. No, The Last of Us Part 1 remake sold better than a lot of your Xbox games. That's what's crazy. Yo, this is wild.
Because if you want to talk about remakes, then in 2022, they had remakes too. I don't...
Who had remakes? What remake did Xbox have in 2022? What remake? Chat, can you help me out? What remake did Xbox have in 2022? Where's Aaron? Aaron, I know you up in here in the chat. What remake? What he talking about? What you talking about, Willis? Oh, shit! Guys! Buddy! What you doing? Listen, if you want to hop on the Discord, just let me know. I would love. Honestly, maybe just 5 minutes. 5 minutes. I just want to know, now that we got hindsight, how do you really feel? Just 5 minutes. And you got the keys. Don't act like send me the invite. Stop lying, because you know you got the keys to the house. You could just jump right in to the live on air. You know. Just walk right in, grab yourself, grab yourself your favorite your preferred beverage. If you like tea, I know, in Britain, you got tea, we got crumpets, we got milk and honey, serve yourself. How many lumps of sugar? And yes, sugar, because I just want to know your perspective. I'll just stay shut. I just want to know your hindsight over the last year or so, going back to Tim Stewart to now. So you're more than welcome if you choose to. You might be busy doing things. It might be late over there, actually, right? But your boy Hargreed is doing the Lord's work.
I don't care about remakes. Xbox put out remakes. I don't care about remakes.
Oh Lord. All right. Shout out to Liquidator. He says they had their AAA remake called Hurry Up and Wait 10 remastered. Here we go. Let's listen to this now. Because like I said, they're going to add their seasonings. They're adding seasoning to this now. Once again, it's a whole new strategy.
Nate Drake and Shinobi602 have both suggested that Xbox has a new PS5 port coming soon. Many to speculate that title would in fact be Forza Horizon 5. Look, this is probably going to rub a lot of people the wrong way, and I'll say this. I am a console and platform purist. I understand that business is business. I will tell you I don't like it. This is happening, folks. I'm never going to bend the knee and say I like it, but this is business.
Listen, look at Hargreed. You know he's sick of this shit. He is sick of this shit. He is war-torn. Got beat down. He's sick of this shit. He's just tired. He's tired of this. He wants it to stop. Oh, man. Like, this is just pain to the extreme.
All you have to do is just take a step back. Like, I know a lot of people are going to be in their feelings over this. Some people may have a temper tantrum and everything. I hear you. No one likes crossing the lines, man. And I'm the first guy to say that because I'm an old school cat. I like platforms to have their exclusives, but I'm also no longer the demographic. I'm just the guy with the money who buys the games. Listen, I don't have any control over this, so I've kind of just thrown up my hands. Now, I don't want to see Gears go over there. I just don't. I'm sorry. I don't want to see Halo go over there. I'm just never gonna. You're never gonna hear me say, "Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, it's a Halo." Whatever. No.
So for Xbox, right? What I see as the vision of the future is they get rid of the platform bias of having to have it be just this specific box. It's more of we have an open service platform. Any one of our partners can use it, and our games will be everywhere. But we will have all the big games. They said this, right? They want to be the Disney of IP in gaming. They want those big games, which is why it's very likely they will go after a Take-Two.
Oh shit. Yo, now the strategy is, well, if we can't be successful in gaming, we'll just straight buy gaming. That's the strategy for Xbox now. They can't be successful in gaming, so we're just gonna buy it. We're just gonna own gaming. Gaming, that's it. How much is gaming worth? Yes, buy it. Is that gaming? Yes, buy it. We're just gonna buy gaming. They ain't even gonna trademark the word gaming. Everything, video games, trademarked by Microsoft. Gaming, owned by Microsoft. It's just Microsoft, not gaming. They just own gaming. This shit is wild. Oh my God. Like, this is crazy. Like, I just... You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Where do we go from here? What do we do from here? What's it gonna take? So you see the hindsight. I was waiting for this. You know, now this is receipts. This is all coming back now. It's all coming full circle. You know. Here's the simple part, and I'm gonna reiterate this, right? Being a console maker, like a Nintendo, Sony, whatever, right? It's you're trying to create your own marketplace. It's no different than Steam. It's the same exact thing. The only difference is it's not a free app on PC. It's a device that people have to buy. And you grow the marketplace with every consumer that buys that console, right? Now, some has a very strategy like Nintendo. They're in their own little world doing their own thing where their marketplace is truly on the backs of their first party because they don't want to design a system that's built to compete in third party when you have a competitor like Sony. Nintendo knows firsthand how tough Sony is in the third party market. They know. They're not stupid. They are not dumb. They understand that PlayStation is very successful at getting these third party titles and making deals, making exclusives. Nintendo know that. So Nintendo, they created their own marketplace where they don't have to actually directly compete with PlayStation in the very strength that they're known for. So Nintendo took all that out, right? And Nintendo says, let's redefine our strength and see if people will pay and get us, and it worked. And the beautiful part is for Nintendo, Sony can't put a foothold in the very strength of Nintendo, which is their first party and having a portable device, right? That's just a combination Sony's not going to be able to compete in. So Nintendo's safe in that market because no one's really going to that, right? Look, even the Asus, ROG, Lenovo Legion, Steam Deck, right? Those are like AAA portable handhelds and they're getting smoked by the Switch, right? So Nintendo does their thing, right? Microsoft, on the other hand, with the Xbox is in the same exact business as PlayStation. They're trying to get their box as a marketplace to have people flow through them in games, subscription services, peripherals, all that stuff. And they just couldn't do it. They just can't do it. And we heard from Phil's own admission, he said it himself, if there was any generation that was the worst to lose, they lost it with the Xbox One. Because now all that digital library is not just carrying over and will carry over. And some people are just not going to leave that large digital library that they established. Xbox One was the absolute worst generation to lose. And Microsoft realized you're not going to out-console PlayStation. Meaning they're not going to ever build that huge marketplace that they need to justify exclusives. They will never be that big. They will never even come close to what they did with 360. They're just not going to do it. So there's no point in having this tiny market share of market, just tiny, and keep big, or at least what they think might be big titles exclusive to this little tiny market share. They're just not doing it. It's just not worth it. It's not worth it. Especially acquiring Bethesda and ABK just compounded the issue for them. It's just not going to happen. Xbox Marketplace as a console is too tiny. It's too tiny to justify exclusives. You know? Sony can justify exclusives because the console just keeps selling. So all Sony's doing is just feeding fuel to the fire that's there. They're just going to keep on doing. They're just going to keep on going. There's no fire. There's not even a spark. Shout out to Liquid Data. Says Take-Two been getting money off the same game for 3 generations gaming. COD do numbers every year, but have to make a new game every year. I'm sure Take-Two is good. Yeah, Take-Two's they're not gonna sell to them. Unless Microsoft does an extremely exaggerated sell point, right? Like they buy Take-Two at 3 times the value, then Take-Two will sell, because then at that point, that's your problem. But then that just means Microsoft just absorbed a lot of stuff. That's just gonna sink them deeper in the hole. Just deeper in the hole. Console is marketplace. And marketplace needs games, needs titles, right? But when your marketplace ain't growing, how do you justify getting more and more exclusives? Especially when you're already behind. That $100 billion they spent, they're not going to get that back for a while. Right? And it's not just revenue. Don't say, oh, they can make it back in 4 or 5 years. They made, $20 billion last year. No. To make back the $100 billion, it's the money you make in profit. That's the money that will pay back the $100 billion. That's going to be a long time. We already seen what Tim Stewart said. We already seen Satya Nadella said. When a man shows you who he is, believe him. So all of this was just funny now. Now this is just, at this point, how much more craziness are these guys going to make up? Now they're talking about acquisitions. At this point, what's it about? Just getting more games on Game Pass? Sure. You're hoping Take-Two will get acquired because that means GTA will be on Game Pass and whatever other game on Game Pass. You're hoping EA will get acquired because then you got Madden and Football Club and whatever. I get it. Now at this point, it's just all about Game Pass, I guess. That's really all it is now, because it's not about competition with PlayStation. It's not about that, right? The real question is how many Xbox gamers are now finally, it's not a lot of Xbox gamers to begin with, right? In terms of the console, how many of them are going to leave now? Because they're console-centric gaming. Interesting stuff, man. Interesting stuff, right? Well, I'm just going to leave it at this, right? Because I know we've been here for a while, about an hour, and so I just wanted to reminisce on this stuff, right? It was a good time. Look at me. Whoo! Listen, I warned you guys.
Include what were once competitors. He literally said it, and you heard him in the beginning. You heard him just before that, not announcing anything now. But this is it. This is it.
This is just fucking, I don't know. Listen, I try to help you guys, man. I give you good info. Look at that face. Somebody clip that and make it a smiley. Oh my God. If you just got here, I'm sorry. You've missed out. But if you go back and watch it, I'm sure you'll enjoy the show. But this is it. I try to tell y'all, man. I try to hook y'all up. I don't know. I do the best I can with what little I have. Anyway, you guys enjoyed the rest of your weekend. This is your only friend, these YouTube streets, PorterRock77. And thank you so much for rocking out. Chat, I love you guys. Thank you for the super chats. Thank you for everything. Thank you for supporting the channel. If you're new to the channel, subscribe, stick around. Tuesday, another podcast. Man, I really appreciate you. I appreciate each and every one of you. Live, those who show up live, and those who are just simply catching up. I truly appreciate you guys taking the time out of your day to watch this stuff. You guys take care. I'm out of here. Peace.